Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I post a video. It's been like several months already. I just got so busy I didn't have a chance to do anything. So I am actually going out to my land today and set up a hog trap. Okay, so I was going to make a video of how I'm gonna do my coral traps in the woods behind me here. So as soon as I get out of the car, there is a coyote, a smaller one coyote that's roaming to the area, and so I took a shot with my 3006, which is a little overkill for a coyote, but hey, he is right over here. So between my car and there is probably around 150 yards away. So it's a smaller coyote, but I'm going to show you guys what I did. Okay, and so I took a shot from the back of my truck, and he's a smaller one. I'm not sure where I hit him, but I think I hit him somewhere behind the closer to the second half of the body. So I took him down right away. He's right here, right there. So a smaller coyote, but I took him out. I don't want to get closer because blood and all of that. So yeah, I took him out right there, and he just dropped. Okay, so there are a pack of coyote around here, a lot of them. It's been around, and they've been chasing my deers away, and also the neighbor's cow. And I'm actually glad I took out one today. There were two, but this one closer, so I took the shot of this one. The other one is probably about 200 yards away from where I was standing, on the side of my truck. So yeah, I'm glad I took out one, and I'm gonna go in there and working on the traps. Okay, all right, so welcome back with making a trap. Okay, so I have pretty bad allergy, that's why I have a mask on. So I'm gonna put it on in a couple of minutes. That will help my sinus right here getting really itchy. So basically I have a cattle panel. It's kind of hard for me to show you very little detail, but I'm gonna show you once I'm finished. Okay, so basically I have two cattle panel, which is the 4 foot tall and 16 foot wide. That's enough. I don't need to build like a really big trap. Okay, so I'm gonna use some of the tree right here. I pick an area where I can use some of the tree as anchor, and then I'm gonna put a couple more stakes right in between. So that would help tremendously. A lot of energy, and the trap is gonna be very very strong. Okay, so that way you don't have to buy a whole bunch of stake. I'm gonna cut some of the tree, the fallen over tree over there, and use it as stakes. So that way you don't waste your money on to those metal stake and all of that. So natural stakes like this one right here. This is 4 foot tall, and I'm gonna tie it into these tree right here. All right, so what I did is cut a couple of tree like this. It's a little tall, but hey, it's okay. The taller the better, I guess. Or if you can cut it, maybe if your panel is 4 feet tall, and you maybe cut it like about 5 or 6 feet of the stake will be fine. Right here I had maybe 7 foot tall, and if you notice, I leave this right here in the bottom, so that way it serves as an ankle and anchor. So, and again, I'm gonna dig a hole like this, maybe 1.5 to 2 feet tall, and then you're gonna put this down that hole, cover it with dirt, so that right there will serve as an anchor. That way is I guess it will save you some of the string down when the pig trying to pull or lift up the gate, and that will serve as a decent anchor to that, instead of put like cement or some kind of block or anchor attached to that. That will be doing just fine. Okay, so notice I cut out some fresh pine tree. This one actually wanted to fall over, branch right there, so I just trimmed. There's another one that's falling over, but I'm going to use that later for the other two anchor. But I did cut one smaller one and one bigger one right here, and both of it have a small anchor like that right there. So I'm gonna put down here, cover it with dirt, and move on. All right, so the trap is actually complete. The process of building it is actually pretty easy. I'm gonna go over it with you guys. It's just not something that I want to do it and then film it at the same time all by myself. So, you know, so let's start it from here. This is actually on the side of that. I'm using this 2 tree right here as anchor for the whole pen. I'm building a fairly decent size, not too big, because I know I don't want to catch like 30, 40, or 50 hogs at the same time. But I know my property have at least 20 or 30 hogs that came in as a group. So I'm using this tree as anchor, this small tree as anchor, and this one right here as anchor as well. And then that one right there is anchor. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 big tree that used for anchor, and then I put a couple of more stakes down in between them. I don't have to, but I just want it to be stronger, so I do it anyways. So let's walk around a little bit. I'm gonna put some more corn on the outside to lure in the pig. Okay, so basically here is from a far away, so that is probably about a 13-foot diameter going that way and 13 going this way. It looks kind of small from the camera, but it actually pretty big, 13 by 13, so as big as somebody's room right there. So that's enough to hold, you know, whatever group coming in. If you notice, I use the bigger hole cattle panel, so that way if there is a small pig that coming in, small enough that it can get out, I don't want to catch the smaller one. Okay, they're just too small. I mean, in general, you should catch everything, but in this case, I don't need a whole bunch of hogs in there. I just need a decent sized one. Okay, so I use that as anchor, this anchor, and let's walk around. I'm gonna put some more on the outside. And right here, the same thing as the other one. I put an anchor down on the bottom of that. And this one is probably about 6.5 or 7 foot tall post right here. I just cut it from the other fallen branch over there. So I use that as anchor in between the 2 big tree, live tree. So that's gonna last forever, or until my cattle panel is rotten, which is, you know, years after that. So I use a big post and kind of live post if you don't have a fairly new fallen tree, so that way it will last longer and it's not gonna rotten out. And so this right here goes all the way around, and if you notice right here, there is a pretty much like a window, a door that catches right here, so that way when the pig comes around, it came right in here. And I'm gonna put more corn right here as baiting, so the pig will come in here and try to get into my pen right there, and it'll push open this and then go through. So I'm gonna go through here, all right, that way, and then it just shut right after it. Okay, so if you notice, you have to put a stake outside of here, so when the pigs go inside and they're trying to push out, it cannot push out. Okay, so if you put this on the outside, or the post from the inside, is easier to push out, and then broke all your tie right here. Okay, And here's one more right here, right next to the door. I put another one right outside, okay, outside. So this, when this pull, it stays inside. I try to push, it cannot, okay, it cannot push out, okay. And just make sure this right here doesn't when it push back out, it doesn't stay behind this. Otherwise more pigs coming in, it cannot open. It will get stuck right in the back, okay. So make sure it stay in the front, that way it can open easy and then close easy, okay. So to make sure I did this strong enough, if you think it's strong enough, it never strong enough, okay. So when the pigs keep pushing on this all night, this post will get loosen up, so your fence or your pen will push backward, and then this will eventually push out by the pig. So that's why I anchor another one using this tree right here. Have a big branch, you know, just kind of anchor this to the tree over here, and then tie it up here, tie it here, and then over there as well. So that way I basically have like a door that's kind of anchor the top, and so my frame don't move around, okay. So, and of course I'm gonna tie it here. I'm gonna tie a couple more, but it's not very strong. I have an old deer feeder, which is, this is when I first cut my property here. I put a couple of these to, you know, to see where the deers are at. So might as well bring that over here and put this up, put a little bit of corn in there, just in case the pig gonna destroy it anyway. But you know, it's something I can put in. So yeah, that is my pen, pen for the pig, for the traps. So I'm gonna give you a 360 view from the inside, okay. So that's the door. Hopefully you can see it from the camera. As you know, there's a whole bunch of holes, you probably won't see it better. And right here, and here's back to my feeder. I got a whole bunch of corn laying around the bottom. Now I'm not gonna worry about any of these small little plants right here. The pig gonna destroy it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna put, I had a couple of pound of fermented corn in the truck, which you can see my truck right there. And so I'm gonna go get it, dump it in here, and lure the pig out and get in here tonight, okay. I'm gonna get out here. So don't worry about it getting too strong, okay. The pig will push all the way in. That's the door. Pigs will go, if you put like a bunch of corn right here by the door, the pigs will eventually come in here. And then if they come from the other side trying to get in the pen, they cannot, so they will move around. They will go around. And once they get here, this right here basically like a trap for them to, a funnel for them to go right in there and push their way in, all the way in there, okay. So this could be longer if you want. You can extend it out to like 10 feet if you want to, but no, it's just a waste. So I'm just gonna have it maybe 2.5 foot right here. It's enough for the pig to get in. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of corn right here, lure all the pigs in, so that should be okay. And I'm gonna leave it here, and then I'm gonna come back in a day or two, maybe 2 days by the weekend, and to see if there are any pigs coming in here. My blind got destroyed by the storm. I need to pop it back up. All right, so this is my fermented corn. I can smell from here even with the container closed. This one got really fermented. Right here you can see all the bubble from the inside. This means it's fermented. I can leave it here for another 2 days, and that's gonna get really good smell. So I'm gonna pour one right inside and some by the door, and hopefully I can attract some pig coming in tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully they'll come in tomorrow, because today's Thursday and I won't be back here until Sunday morning. So I'm gonna pour all the way in there, or throw it in there, and I'm gonna leave one container, just, you know, poke a small hole and leave it inside, so the pig can play with it. Man, that smells really good right there. So that's it, you guys. I will see you guys on the next video.